David, there's a very strong opinion around the competition that this club actually needs an executive chair, someone on the ground here every day. If you're going to be 1,200 kilometres away, what sort of presidency are you going to have?
Okay, chairmanship.
On the board downstairs says president.
Yeah, I know. Well, the Constitution, which I have been reading.
The issue of 1,200 kilometres.
Look, it was one of the things I asked Kevin, because obviously I can't be here every day. But in my business and in my career, that's never been a barrier. Technology and video conferencing is to a point now where it's cheap, free, easily accessible. We do it at 7, we do it at my business Pinstripe. I video conference my grandkids in Ho Chi Minh City every day. I can't see an issue with communicating with Keith or Kevin. I will be here for every board meeting. I will be here for every game that I can be. Twilight games are a bit of a hazard on a Sunday because the last flight leaves before the end of the game. And it's an issue I put to Kevin saying, look, I'm IT and technology savvy, that it's not an issue for me. You just check that the Port Adelaide culture is savvy enough that that doesn't become a barrier. And I'm a great process man, that you schedule in. You know, if it means 3 or 4 mornings a week where I have 2 or 3 hours with Keith on video conference, that's what it takes. And you're available 24/7. There are multi-billion-dollar multinational companies that run themselves based on that technology. I can't see us being any different.
One of the other issues is you are about to now inherit a board in which only one person will have been elected by the members. Do you feel you've got a mandate of the membership?
I think we do from the feedback that we're getting. Time will tell on that. I think what we can promise the membership is that they will be continually consulted. And I think I pay credit to Keith over the last 6 months. I think he has been extraordinarily good over all the issues that he's had to encounter over the last 6 months in being completely transparent with membership and taking on board their queries, and that won't change into the future. And you know, I got this from Jill as she gave me an hour-and-a-half tirade. Said, boy, we get this new chief executive, even though he's a Norwood bloke, really keeps us informed and updated like never before. So I think that's been a really positive step in the right direction that we can only build on.
In that hour-and-a-half discussion, there would have been the finances of the footy club brought forward. What do you know of the extent of that and how quickly you can turn that around to ensure this club doesn't have to live off the AFL funding?
Okay. Look, I think, and again, can I keep changing my mind regularly? I think we can make terrific inroads into it. And remember, that's the reason why we are setting up a board and a structure that's very national and East Coast oriented. And when some of the new directors are announced, you'll see where we're coming from. This state deserves 2 really strong clubs, the football tradition here, and we want to get Port Adelaide back to where it should be. And you know, that is, and also in a position to really move with some momentum into Adelaide Oval and take advantage of the benefits of that. The detail of running the club, and it's sort of something I'm pretty strong on and mentioned to Keith. You know, our responsibility is to the club. Our responsibility is to good governance. We set the timetable of appointments, of information based on what's the best thing for the club going forward, not what's the best thing for outside influences. And you know, I think sometimes as a club we get too distracted by that. We get too distracted by, if you like, the little bits of interference that comes from being in the heartland of Port Adelaide, when we've just got to take a bigger picture view and say, okay, the best thing for the club is to go through this process, to appoint staff, to appoint coaches, whatever. And we have to be satisfied ourselves that we're doing it in the most professional manner and stick to that.
Do you mind just saying something to the fans in the general sense? What would your message be to the
Look,
fans?
my message to fans is I'm a fan. I have been ever since I was born. I know what it's like to love this club. I know the passion that people have for this club to succeed, and for this club to succeed on the national scale as well. It's my passion as well, and that's what we want to achieve over the next couple of years.